This is a really important video for MSPs to get right. What is your value proposition? When you're going to talk to a prospect, when they visit your website, what is a value proposition and how do we craft it correctly so they are more inclined to reach out to us, be excited to work with us, and build trust in our business? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow, whether it's sales training, marketing, or even business operations. Fun little fact, this is video number 2 because last night when I went to record it, it was muted and I was very tired at the end of it. So we're going back into it for video 2. And typically when I re-record, videos are even better. So this one is going to be jam-packed. Before I get into today's video, as always, I do have to mention just one quick thing. A lot of you guys have been loving the Discord. If you want to come hang out with us in the Discord, it is growth-generators.com/Discord. There is no cost to join. There is no requirement to join. If you'd like to join it, like I said, that link, or go to growth-generators.com. Up top, you will see the opportunity to hit resources, and then in there, you can click on Discord. It'll bring you right in. And we are climbing and getting closer and closer to 800 members, and I have a strong feeling we are going to blow past that very, very soon. So thank you guys for that. And if you guys like this video, enjoy this video, or enjoy the podcast, MSP Heroes, I would really appreciate either a review on the podcast or hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. And if you learned something, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm tremendously and gives me more encouragement. Some of you guys are crazy. You guys are like, I'm first. It's the best. It makes my whole day. So let's talk about value proposition because it is really important. Now, your value proposition is the value that you provide for your target customer, right? Or for your customers. Now, your value proposition has to contain 3 components. And I wrote a lot of notes on this, so I apologize. I'm going to be referring to them quite a bit because I want to make sure that I give you the best information. And it's just a lot for me to remember. So the first is, what do you actually offer? Now, obviously, we offer managed services, but in many cases, we can differentiate ourselves from other MSPs in the area, whether that is a specific tech stack, that might be having better partnerships, that could just be, hey, we know the process, right? Whatever it is, what do you actually offer to them? The second thing is who is it for? The amount of people that are like, well, I work with anybody with a computer. No. You need to work with a specific type of business. You can help most people with a computer, but realistically, you need to have a target on who you are going after. It doesn't have to be on day one, but it is something you should gradually be working to. You can be a generalist MSP, but craft something then any small business with less than 50 computers, down to 5 computers. Get creative with it, right? And how does it solve their problem, right? The problem of your target customer, or improve their business? It has to be one of those two. If it doesn't take care of the problem or improve their business, why should they take money out of their pocket and spend it with you? Spoiler alert, they probably shouldn't, right? This statement is going to be plastered everywhere. Your marketing material, your homepage, anywhere that you're talking to people, even your email signature, because you want people to see it all of the time. And I'm going to go into that a little bit later in this video. And I want to give you a quick example just so you could get a little bite of what we're talking about. We provide proactive IT management and 24/7 monitoring so that small businesses can focus on growing without worrying about technology. Now, that's a pretty generic one, but it's a great start, especially if you don't know where you're going to be going as far as niching down. That's a good start. Take that, modify it, and use it for your own business. I'm giving you permission. Don't copy and paste it. And the only reason why I say that is because I know a lot of you guys are going to copy and paste it on your website. Change it up a little bit. So before we go a little further into crafting this, we need to take one step back to take 5 steps forward. We have to understand our target audience. If we don't understand our target audience, and you guys are probably like, Harrison, please stop talking about this. But truly, the more you know about your target audience, the more success you're going to have. Now, if you want, on growth-generators.com/resources, I will also leave the buyer persona down below. You can find the buyer persona. Go through and fill that out. And yes, you might struggle with it. That's okay. That's part of the process. You're not going to know it on day one. Trust me. Harrison 5 years ago did not think about targeting or helping MSPs. I promise you. You might have it today. It might change down the road. Keep that in mind. There's no crazy pressure here, but getting this right earlier does help tremendously. So what do we want to know about our target audience, right? There's a bunch of different areas, from who they are, what industries they're in, but we want to make sure that we think about, when we're crafting this, some very specific questions, right? First one is, what keeps them up at night? Believe it or not, especially if you have gone out on your own and you no longer have the security net of a job, right? What we're constantly thinking about: sales, marketing, customer acquisition, the right software, the team, potentially our next employee, right? Are they doing the right job? Management, finances, all of this. But we need to think about our dream customer and what keeps them up at night truly. When we know that, we want to come up with a couple, not just one idea, but a couple, so we can further down in the video test these things, right? What challenges do they face that your MSP, right, you watching this, can solve for them? This is why niching helps, because you're going to be able to talk more and more towards that audience. But it's really important to know what you, as the MSP, can solve for your target customer. Maybe it's making technology better for them, leveraging technology. Maybe it's just, they think you can just cast a magical spell and everything works the way that they would absolutely love it to. And how do they perceive IT support? And how can you shift their perspective in this? Most businesses, I shouldn't even say most, every business falls into three categories with technology. They either absolutely love technology, they know that their business revolves around it. They hate technology. They're like, I would go back to pen and paper if I could, but that's just not a viable option anymore. And then the middle one is meh. They don't particularly care about technology. It's a necessary evil. It doesn't really matter to them. They don't get excited about it like we do, right? Once again, I'm a nerd. I have a whole pile of cables next to me, just like I'm sure all of you guys do as well. So it is really, really important to know all of those things about your customer, right? Their aspects in how they think about it. What do they believe about technology? What's keeping them up at night? And what can your MSP solve for them? And some quick examples of this, right? Manufacturing, healthcare, law firms, right? We have compliance, we have reliance on technology. Manufacturing company, they all walk around with those little guns to scan the little barcodes. Super important that those connect to the internet in one way or another. Healthcare, obviously compliance. Finance, obviously compliance as well. Those doctors do care about that. Some of them might not, which could be a make or break for a sale and could give you some more obstacles, but they still, if they get a fine, one, they have to make it public, and two, they're paying specifically somewhere in between this stack and this stack, both of these being $10,000 of fake money, by the way. But most of the time, a HIPAA-related fine or incident costs, just the fine is like $15,000 on average, depending on the size of the business, right? So it is really important to identify those problems, because those are now our selling points to be successful. And I forgot to say it earlier on, you probably want to make sure that you have a pen and paper or you're writing a lot of this down. And also, while you're doing this, take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. I was waiting for you. So let's talk about crafting the value proposition, right? Because we've talked about what keeps them up at night, what you can solve for them, right? And the problems that they're going to have and how we can make it better for them, right? Depending on where they're at with technology. And I want to give you a quick little example that I've already written down, and I will leave this down below. So you could literally steal it. There's no like submit an email. You could steal it directly from this and craft it to be your own. We help target audience achieve desired outcome by providing XYZ service that solves XYZ problem or specific problem. You're probably thinking, Harrison, that makes no sense to me. Hold up. We help financial firms secure their data and comply with regulations through 24/7 monitoring and proactive cybersecurity solutions. Right? So we took all that first line and modified it for the technology industry, right? And now they know when they're reading that, hey, they help technology firms specifically with compliance, with 24/7 monitoring and the cybersecurity solutions, giving them peace of mind, knowing that they're not going to get hacked, knowing that they don't have to worry about regulations coming down on them. And if they were to get investigated, they have you to maintain compliance. It resolves all of the pain points that we were talking about just before, right? We have that target audience, the desired outcome they're looking for, the services that we're providing, and the problem we are actually solving for them. We have the full dream sentence, because what we're creating is, if somebody says, explain to me what you do in one sentence, this is what you rattle off. I've talked about golden bullets before, and they're important. That's what kind of kickstarts the conversation. But if somebody says, what do you do and how do you do it? We help financial firms secure their data and comply with regulations through 24/7 monitoring and proactive cybersecurity solutions. Boom. They now know exactly who you are, what you do, the problem that you solve, and who you help. It's perfect, right? And I will also include that down below so you can see it. Don't steal it word for word. I don't particularly care, but I know somebody's going to just take it word for word, and it's not going to be good if a target client sees it on multiple websites, right? So now that we've kind of come up with how we're going to do this, how we're going to piece this entire thing together, if you've made it this far in the video, you deserve a golden nugget, because that's just how I roll. And I try to pack these videos with as much value as I possibly can. I want you to go create this. I'm not trying to build a business off of your success. I want to help you succeed. But if you could take this and run with it, you're well on your path to success. And that is what matters to me. We're just trying to be the best resource for MSPs for education, learning, and growing their business. So here's your golden nugget, right? You have to test this. And you can't just test it in one area. Now, you guys know I absolutely love A/B testing. It's really important. You should A/B test this. This statement that you craft, one, send it to all of your dream customers or your target customers or your existing customers. Get feedback from it. It's really important to do that. Two, start using it in your landing pages. You're going to have people coming into your ecosystem, from landing pages to blog posts to your homepage, from social media. They might not know who you are and what you do. This statement is going to be the place where they all hit first, hopefully, and understand your business. Now, if it's on a blog, it's a little different. They're going to read that, and then you can put this at the end when they're done reading. But it is true. Most of your entire visitor base, no matter where they come in from, should be seeing this and understanding who you are and what you do. Because if they do, they can then self-qualify whether or not they are a good fit for you. They know who you are, what you do, the problems that you solve, right, and the outcome that you provide. They now know all of this information, and they can say, you know what? Let me make the phone call, or let me fill out the contact form, because they know you. That's the secret sauce behind all of this, right? Now, for those of you that are a little bit crazier and like to test a little bit more, you can put this at the home, on top of your home page, with links to scheduling a call and start measuring it. You can either A/B test it, you can do heat maps to see how often people are clicking on it, all of that. But you want to be able to see, okay, we got 1,000 visitors to the homepage. We booked 20 meetings, 50 meetings, 100 meetings. Okay, we're going to change our value proposition now. And does our meetings increase, or do they decrease, or do they stay the same, right? Off of that one specific button. You can track all of this inside of your website builders and platforms and all of that. But the better information you can get, the better you can test on whether or not you're headed in the right direction or the wrong direction to keep making this better. And you want to refine it down till you think, and your target customers think, it is perfect. It speaks directly to their soul. And when that happens, magic. It truly is, because that customer knows exactly who you are, what you do, how you help them, and you don't have to sit there explaining to them and using your entire website just to get the point across. It is the magic sentence that can convert people over and over and over again. And you might not get it right away, and that's okay. You're going to keep working towards it. So I promise you, take what you've learned from this video, start to leverage it. If you implement it correctly, you are going to see a massive shift for the better and more leads and more sales, because they're going to have more confidence in what you can do, and they're going to understand that they are a great fit for your business. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, like, comment, subscribe. If you're crazy and you're the first person to watch this, or one of the first people, or the first comment, leave it down below. I love that. And if you learned something, and if you want me to give you feedback on your statement, leave it down below. I am happy. I try to comment on or respond to every single comment, although lately we've had a couple bots randomly dropping people's names, but leave it down below. I will give you feedback. Hang out with us in the Discord, growth-generators.com/Discord. Ask me there. Ask other people. They will give you the feedback too. So it's not just my opinion, it's many other people's opinions as well. Other than that, love you guys. I appreciate you guys for checking out this video. Sorry it was not up earlier today. Little fun fact, I am traveling for the next 2 weeks. The first week, I am going on site to a client's office. I may or may not be able to record there. If I can't, I'll be recording out and about. My schedule might be a little messed up, so I'm going to do my absolute best for 5 videos. I'm trying to pre-record as many as I can right before I leave. The second week, I'm going to be in Vegas. That's the big problem. It's like 2 weeks of traveling back to back. So I'm going to do everything in my power to get you guys videos every single day, Monday through Friday. If I miss a couple, please don't hate me. I promise I'm doing my best. It is tough to record a video, edit the video, publish the video, thumbnail, text, all of that kind of stuff. It takes a lot of work. Appreciate the heck out of you guys, as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.